patrolling Emmerdale Farm took an unexpected turn for Graham Foster in today's episode, as a dramatic incident forced him to confront painful memories from his past. Last week, Graham made it his mission to track down the person responsible for a series of suspicious fires on Robert Sugden and Aaron Dingle's farmland. The unknown culprit has been targeting barns for months, and the only clue Robert and Aaron have uncovered is that the fire starter is often seen wearing a dark hoodie. Viewers recently discovered that Kyle Winchester is behind the arson attacks. At the end of Friday's episode, he was shown burning the very hoodie Aaron had previously described. Kyle found himself in trouble again in today's installment after deciding to skip school. He was far more interested in restoring the vintage Golf his father had gifted him than focusing on his studies. However, Cain was determined not to let him neglect his education. After finding Kyle hiding in a barn, Cain vented his frustrations to Cammy about his son's behavior and admitted he regretted giving him the car. Unbeknownst to him, Kyle overheard the conversation and took it as a sign that his father no longer enjoyed spending time with him. Elsewhere, Graham continued searching the farm with his binoculars, hoping to catch the arsonist in the act. His attention was suddenly drawn to smoke rising in the distance. He immediately jumped into his car and raced towards the scene, where he discovered Kyle standing beside his burning Golf. Graham quickly pulled Kyle to safety, but any discussion about what had happened was interrupted when Moira arrived after noticing the smoke herself. To avoid being discovered, Kyle climbed into Graham's car. When Moira asked whether he had witnessed anyone setting the vehicle alight, Graham protected Kyle by keeping quiet and driving away with the teenager hidden in the back seat. After stopping on a quiet road, Graham warned Kyle that he had put himself in serious danger by starting the fire. He then shared the heartbreaking story of losing his wife and unborn child. Back in 2018, Graham had been drinking at the pub before driving his pregnant wife Cheryl home. During the journey, he lost control of the vehicle and crashed into a tree. Rather than calling emergency services, Graham contacted Kim Tate. Moments later, the wrecked car exploded, resulting in the deaths of Cheryl and their unborn baby. Still deeply affected by those events, Graham used the story to show Kyle how a reckless decision can lead to devastating and irreversible consequences. Recognizing that Kyle's fire-setting behavior was connected to the difficult experiences his family had endured this year, Graham became determined to help him. He made it clear that unless Kyle admitted the truth to Cain and Moira himself, he would reveal it for him. However, after returning home to Wishingwell, Kyle found himself unable to confess that he was responsible for destroying his own car. As the week continues, Graham becomes increasingly committed to helping Kyle get his life back on track and decides to enroll him in the cadets. Lisa Riley breaks silence on Mandy's Emmerdale future amid cast shake-up. Mandy Dingle remains one of Emmerdale's most beloved characters, and actress Lisa Riley has now addressed speculation surrounding her future on the ITV soap. First arriving in the village in 1995, Mandy quickly established herself as a lively and unpredictable member of the Dingle clan. During her early years in the Dales, she struck up a romance with local vet Paddy Kirk and became a memorable fixture of village life. In one of her most bizarre storylines, Mandy married her cousin Butch Dingle to win a caravan. The marriage didn't last long, however, as she soon divorced him and tied the knot with Paddy instead. Their relationship eventually fell apart after Mandy's infidelity, although she never gave up hope of rekindling their romance. By the time Mandy tried to win Paddy back, he had already moved on with Emily Wiley. Accepting that their relationship was over, she left the village and remained away for nearly 2 decades. When Mandy eventually returned, she brought her adopted son, Vinny, with her. As sparks began to fly once again between her and Paddy, their growing connection faced a major obstacle with the arrival of Vinny's father, Paul Ashdale. The couple were preparing to marry when the truth about Paul's abuse of Vinny came to light. Following his death in a devastating explosion and the collapse of Paddy's marriage to Chas Dingle, Mandy and Paddy finally reunited and married for a second time. Since her comeback, Mandy has faced numerous challenges, including Vinny learning that she is not his biological mother, launching her own beauty business, and dealing with Paddy's involvement in the death of Ray Walters. However, recent reports of major changes behind the scenes at Emmerdale have left viewers questioning which characters could be next to leave. ITV's ongoing cost-cutting plans have reportedly forced both Emmerdale and Coronation Street to reduce their cast numbers. The changes have also resulted in fewer episodes each week, leading to reduced screen time for many characters. One casualty of the reported cuts is said to be Vinny, who is expected to leave the soap in the near future. His departure sparked concerns among fans that Mandy could also be heading for the exit. Addressing the rumours during an appearance on Loose Women, Lisa Riley made it clear that she has no plans to leave. She reassured viewers by stating that she is staying with the show and will continue playing Mandy Dingle for the foreseeable future. While Mandy's future appears secure, several significant changes are still on the horizon for the Yorkshire soap. Alongside Vinny's reported departure, Dawn Taylor is also expected to leave the village after 8 years. Reports suggest her exit is linked to the cost-saving measures currently affecting the programme. Veteran character Jimmy King is also set to depart after more than 2 decades on screen. Despite the exits, viewers can also look forward to some dramatic returns. Sadie King is heading back to the village, bringing her trademark blend of charm and trouble with her. Meanwhile, Kev Townsend will also make a comeback. Initially introduced as a villain and threat to fan-favourite couple Robron, he quickly won over audiences thanks to his eccentric personality and unconventional approach to solving problems. With major departures and exciting returns on the way, Emmerdale looks set for a dramatic new chapter. Cain's actions leave Kyle devastated in Emmerdale as truth behind arson spree emerges. The mystery surrounding Emmerdale's barn fires has finally been solved, with Kyle Winchester revealed as the person responsible. Upcoming scenes will delve deeper into the reasons behind the youngster's troubling behaviour and growing obsession with fire. For weeks, Robert Sugden and Aaron Dingle have been determined to uncover the identity of the firestarter. Despite questioning several villagers, their investigations repeatedly pointed in the wrong direction. Ross Barton and Sam Dingle raised suspicions with their secretive behaviour, but the truth was far less sinister. Ross had actually been spending his time teaching Sam how to dance. Meanwhile, Kev Townsend was quickly ruled out after details emerged about his latest stint behind bars. Cami Hadid also attracted suspicion whenever the fires were discussed, though his nervousness stemmed from the fact that he had secretly been sleeping in one of the barns. As it turns out, Kyle has been behind the incidents all along, and his dangerous habit shows no signs of stopping. Emmerdale is broadcast on ITV1 every weekday at 8 p.m. and is also available to stream on ITVX.